Okay guys, so you should have this paper in front of you. Make sure that you put your name and your period number at the top of it, and notice we are only doing the evens. Now, the problems that I'm going to do as examples are odd problems, but when I let you go and you start doing things on your own, make sure you only do the even problems. We don't want to do more work than we need to. What we're going to be doing on this worksheet is using the fact that triangles have 180 degrees. We know that all triangles, oh goodness, my pen's not working, have 180 degrees. And go ahead and write this over to the side, right? All triangles have 180 degrees. So we're going to use this fact and solve a few problems. So I'm going to start with 23. Guys, if I write it, make sure that you write it too. So the first thing it tells us is that the measure of angle H is 13 degrees. Notice it doesn't have that on our triangle, so let's go ahead and label it with 13 degrees. Then it tells us that the measure of angle I is 24 degrees. All right, so I is 24 degrees. And then it says, okay, find the measure of angle M. Well, guys, when we don't know things in math, we always say that those are X, right? That's what we're looking for. So I'm going to label that with an X. So I know that all triangles have 180 degrees. So to find X, it's real simple. I just need to add 24 and 13 and subtract that value from 180. So 24 plus 13, that gives me 37. Then I do 180 minus 37. 180 minus 37, 7, 10. Oh, my pen's not working. 10 minus 7 is 3, 4, 1. All right, so I can finish this up and say, all right, the measure of angle M is equal to 143 degrees. All right, so let's do another one. Okay, so if we look at number 27, this one looks a little bit more difficult just because there's x's, but let's not freak out. We know that if you take all of the angles of a triangle and add them together, you have to get 180 degrees. So we're just going to use that again. So I'm going to start with angle F. It doesn't matter which one you write first, you'll get the same answer. So I know that if I do x minus 31 plus x plus 43, which is angle R, plus x, I know that all of that has to equal 180 degrees. Okay, so now all I need to do is combine my like terms. So I have an x plus an x plus an x. That's 3 x's. And then I have negative 31 plus 43. So if I do negative 31 plus 43, then I know I'll get 12, and that has to equal 180. So I'm going to subtract 12 from both sides. 3x is equal to 168. Divide both sides by 3. And x is equal to 56. That's my answer, and I'm done. Okay, so let's go on to the very last problem I'm going to do with you. This one is still just with x's, except for they didn't label the triangle with the information. So we're going to practice doing that together. So it tells us the measure of angle y is x plus 5. Okay, measure of angle y is x plus 5. X plus 5. All right, and then they tell us that the measure of angle z is x minus 7. So I'm going to go over here. That's x minus 7. All right, and it wants us to find the measure of angle z. Okay, so down here, I'm going to write measure of angle z equals, and I should be able to fill this in. If I can't fill this in at the end of this problem, I didn't do it right. Now, over here we have angle x. Now, it didn't give us an expression for angle x, but guys, the box just means 90 degrees. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing that we've been doing this whole time. I'm going to take my 3 angles, I'm going to add them together and equal them to 180. So, 90 plus x plus 5 plus x minus 7 must equal 180. Okay, so combine like terms. X plus x, well, that's 2 x's. 90 plus 5 minus 7, well, that's 95 minus 7. That's 88 is equal to 180. Subtract 88 from both sides. Oops, sorry guys, there we go. 2x is equal to 180 minus 88, which is 92. Divide both sides by 2, and x is equal to 46. Okay, now we have to be very careful about what they're asking. They want to know the measure of angle z. Guys, is the measure of angle z just x? No, it's x minus 7. So I need to make sure that I plug x in, which is 46, in for x. So we have 46 minus 7, and 46 minus 7 is 39 degrees. That's our answer. Okay, so go ahead and do the even problems. When you're finished with the evens, or if you have any questions, raise your hand, and we'll let you know what to do next.